Oh, you fancy, huh?
Guys, so I know why I got banned from live. I posted a video wearing a shirt with a dog on it, and often when I send a photo in the shirt on my phone, it also blurs it, saying it's inappropriate, because for some reason pictures of dogs, they often get safe filtered, like they're inappropriate or something. That's happened to me so many times. And then I was going live and I was wearing that shirt, so that's why I got banned. I just realized that. So I'm gonna show you guys my makeup routine by myself. I was so looking forward to going live. Like, I'm actually upset, but it's okay. Okay, so this is a foundation that I really like. Do not look at the top. And why is there hair? Right? Okay, sorry. Let me show you. So first we're gonna start with foundation, right? I'm just gonna put it here. This would have been so much fun to live, you guys. Like, I feel like so many people would have like watched it more likely if it was live than an actual video, but it's okay. If you're here, still watch it. I'm gonna give you a really good makeup routine, really good tips. So we're just gonna blend that out. I usually don't do foundation a whole lot on my face. The lighting is gonna make my face look red, but my sister has the remote, so I can't change that. Okay, so that's the first foundation kind of look. So I need to put lip gloss on because my lips are so chapped. Okay. So that's the first kind of foundation that I use. And then for the second one, I'll use this one, which is really good here. Let me get my thing for my face. I'm still so upset that I can't go live, all because of a shirt. It's okay. I really hope that they put it back up on my channel. Like, if I can never go live, I'm actually gonna be so sad. And I'll probably have to make a second account. So let's go ahead and, but I'm sure I could like notify YouTube about it or something, like text them about it saying that a photo of a dog on my shirt caused a ban of live, and it's not like, but I don't know. Let me show you. So basically this is a lighter foundation, if you can already tell. Let me turn on something for lighting. Okay, this is lighting. Let me just put it up here. There's nowhere to put it. This is my laptop. Okay. What the freak? Okay, so that's that. Oh wait, here. Why is it? There we go. Okay. So next I'm gonna go in with some contour. Oh wait, I didn't even finish my foundation. Okay. This one's really, really good for tanned skin and like toned skin. It's like a darker shade, but it's really nice. And I kind of put this like this on my face. like right below where I put the lighter foundation and like in between where the dark, like the first one I did was. And then we're gonna grab this is my eyeshadow brush, but I also use it for like concealer if I want to blend some around my eyebrows or anything like that. So I'm gonna take some of this. We're just gonna put this around my eyebrows. So it works as a concealer. It's an extremely light foundation. And I'm putting this around my eyebrows because my friend did it the other day and it looked so good. She did it on me the other day. But I'm really hoping I get that live back up, you guys. I'm telling you, I had this one follower join it like almost instantly, so I'm really appreciative of that if you watch this. I think it said Ramirez or something. I don't know. I do look at, for anyone that's like wondering, if I get a follower, I do look at the account if it's viewable. Like I don't like look at it, like open it, but like I will acknowledge it, so I will kind of like know who you are if you're following, if you comment usually. But if you drop a comment on any of my videos or watch the main videos, then I'll most likely remember you a lot more. And if you want to follow my journey and like really become a good, like a main fan in the future, and start getting more followers, then that's a really good way of, you know, becoming known to my page. And like I would remember you as a main fan. So if I ever go to the point where I'm giving giveaways or anything like that, giveaways, you know, you'll definitely be like one of the top options if you are sticking, you know, sticking here. I actually went through a long period where I was unable to post for like 3 months, so I lost a lot of followers during that period, so that was hard. Also, a lot of parents do not allow their children to be content creators. My parents personally did not allow me to be content creator, and I posted my first video and it blew up. It went crazy. And I always thought, like, because my siblings have posted some before, some of my friends, and they did it for fun when they were younger, and it didn't do anything. Like, they didn't get any views or anything, like 5 views maybe. And I've always seen videos of people talking about how they don't get views, but like, and they worked hard, they've been posting for years. And I've seen busy content creators that have been posting for a long time, and they get like 15 likes after, like, because I'm familiar with them. They used to get hundreds of thousands of likes, and now they only get like 15 on a video. So I thought it wasn't that serious, right? But I posted my first ever video and it blew up, and that's when I was like, okay, so maybe I can give this a try, because it's something I've always wanted to do but never did it. So my parents found out about a few months later, and I was open about it. I didn't like hide it. I can't say they were fully supportive about it, just considering that they're very strict about social media and what they allow me to do. And I think they've always had this like bad mentality towards social media, like thinking that it's going to harm you and like mess up your brain and like this and that. Obviously social media hasn't been long enough to see the long-term side effects, but the same thing goes for, you know, processed foods, certain types of surgeries, hormone usage, all those things that we use in life, a lot of people use in life that we've normalized, like plastic surgery. Those haven't even been here long enough to where we can actually see the long-term side effects of what we're doing. So there's 100 things I could think of that can permanently mess you up, and YouTube really isn't one of them. I got one hate comment my whole use of YouTube, and I laughed at it. I almost hearted it because I thought it was kind of cute. Definitely a little kid, from what I can tell, probably like a preteen. They commented saying that they know I'm a bop. which I thought was funny because it's pretty crazy. They said they know I'm a bop on one of my videos. I did not delete the comment. I haven't really had to delete a lot of comments. YouTube usually does it for me, I'm not gonna lie. But whoa, I just dragged my lash. But oh, also, yeah, I use my matte, like matte, and I basically just put it in those bright spots that I want people to say, wow, it's bright on her face, you know. But basically, they thought I was a bot because I posted a video talking about how a song feels. Like, the artist that wrote the song, this is what, like, I thought the artist was saying with the music. So basically, it was a song that was like, Girl Like Me, I think it was called. And it kind of sounds like she's telling a boy, back off in a bit of a way. Like I know you like me, but like I'll be all right without you, kind of. Like, that's the way I always took it. So when I posted the video, she commented saying that I'm definitely a bop because I said that. But, you know, turning away men does not make you a bop at all. So let's say it was true, which it's not. Because I am always sweet to people that like me, unless they're older and they know better. Like, if somebody likes me, I'm not going to be super mean to them about it. I'm just going to be like, hey, no, I don't like you. I'm not going to be super rude. But, I mean, it's different if it's harassment or stuff like that. But, you know, women shouldn't feel like they're a bop because a lot of guys ask them out or anything. Because that doesn't make you a bop. This makes you pretty. And I know a lot of girls that get judgment for, I'm not one of them, I haven't gotten judgment for this before, but I've known a lot of girls I've gotten judgment for having a lot of guys that like them, and I've always thought that was funny because it's not something they can control. Like, a guy liking you is not like a problem in my opinion. But most of the people, I've had a lot of weird people like me though. Like, not weird as in mean weird, just like questionable with behavior. Like stalking me, but never on YouTube. I've never experienced a stalker on YouTube before. So that's good. But, you know, my parents always believed that social media was going to be like the downfall of me. Like, I'd be like messed up by social standards. And personally, social media has made me feel more connected from YouTube, obviously. And when I had Snapchat, it made me feel a lot more connected. Like, I had a lot of friends. Because, like, you open Snap and you see how many friends you have. But my parents also think that's concerning because they're like, well, I don't want you, like, comparing how many. I was never like, oh, I don't have enough friends, I need more friends. Or I wanted attention. Like, I never thought that. When I had Snapchat, I always thought it was annoying how many people I had added at one point. I started unadding a bunch of girls because I didn't add guys, but girls, they get mad about snap streaks, you know? Like, oh my god, you didn't keep up our snap streak, and I feel bad, but like, it's not like an app I would check every day usually. And plus, snapping people back was just so annoying to me. Oh my gosh, it was so annoying. But it's not an app I'd have again for sure. Completely pointless. And also, they thought the filters was gonna make me like feel self-conscious. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like I needed the filters, but there's always a time still where I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't look pretty, I shouldn't be taking photos right now. What was that? Oh, okay, ignore that. But where I was like, oh, I need a filter. Yeah, that still happens now. Like, I'm still like, I'm not pretty enough right now, but you know, I never struggled with how to cope with it. I've never had online bullying. I've had people message me rude things. I've had random people get my number and harass me through, but that's always from another kid that gives your number out and tells someone else to do it. So that is nothing from social media, and it happens to everybody these days. But I'm just gonna put some powder. That's why I genuinely don't think that. But also, I think my dad's main concern is that I'm gonna scroll on social media for too long. But like, I don't know, I don't really scroll on YouTube. I mostly just watch videos. But whenever I do scroll, which I do scroll, I'm not gonna lie, I do. But most of the videos are kind of pointless. I'll get hooked on something and then I'll go see their main video. Like I'll go see the real video instead of just the short. But sometimes the content's stupid and I stop watching it. But when I'm watching shorts, the most I'll scroll, I think the worst I've ever done is probably 30 minutes scrolling. And that's like before bed, where I'm not even awake. I'm just kind of, I think that's the worst, like I said, worst. Like 15 minutes is a lot to be scrolling straight. But like I said, I usually just watch videos. Like Lazy is one of my favorite content creators. If y'all don't watch him, you should. He's literally amazing. But yeah, that was my first ever hate comment that I'm a bop. But I think it was mostly rooted from jealousy. And also I know it's a child because no one really my age says bop anymore. Like, it's kind of cringy. Like, you're a bop. Thanks. Like, I'm a good song. Like, what? Because, like, bop used to be, like, a bop. Like, the song. You know, like, a bop is a song. But, I don't know. It didn't really hurt me. I doubt hate comments would hurt me. Like, really highly doubt, because like people say rude things to your face when you're in high school. So if a parent is ever concerned about like social media with a teenager, if they're like, oh, what if people are rude to them, like if your teenager cannot handle that, I don't know how they handle school. Because I've had girls say the meanest crap to me at school in front of me, like to my face. And if like a comment can affect me, if a comment actually affected me that bad, that would affect me way worse. Because the internet, it makes people feel comfortable to like bully or say rude things. But in my opinion, any time I've ever seen a girl get attacked on the internet, people have come after the person that's doing it. Like, I've always seen rude comments, and there's always someone saying like, you're rude for that. Like, no one's ever like letting it slide. Besides like DMs and stuff like that, like personal messages, like you should kill yourself and blah blah blah. The mentality you have to have when that happens, if that happened to me, if I was getting DMs that were extremely rude and like telling me to, you know, educational purposes, guys, I would post it. I would expose it, because that's reality in a lot of ways. But if you're mentally not okay and you think, hey, if someone said stuff like that to me, or if 100 people said that to me, if that was my last straw, then you shouldn't be posting, like, in my opinion. Like, if I was mentally not okay, I would take a break from social media, no hesitation, because this isn't my life. Like, social media isn't my life to me. It never will be. Just because it's something fun, it's something I could do every day, potentially, and I sometimes do every day, it isn't my life. And I don't really get that feeling I need to post, I need to get likes, because I don't get a huge amount of likes on my videos. And I don't really care. As long as I'm getting appreciated in some way. I think kind of having a lot of people following you is kind of scary, in my opinion. But, you know, if I had like if I was having like a few 100,000 people following me, I think I'd be happy, comfortable in that. I wouldn't want millions of people across the world knowing me. But, you know, that's the most I'd ever want. But, like, I don't care how many followers I have. If I ever said like, hey, I just really mentally am not okay, and I feel like one comment could send me off the edge, I would not be posting. Like I said, I took a break for 3 months. I wasn't posting, and, you know, my YouTube channel, it didn't really face any harm. I came back, I got the same amount of views in a few videos. Within, like, after posting for about 2 weeks, I started getting the exact same amount of views and even more. My followers doubled when I came back. Like, I lost a lot and gained a lot at the same time. But my old videos were definitely a lot different. We gotta shape it. That's eyebrows. But I also want you guys to remember though, if you want to be a content creator, just be mentally okay when you do it. Don't do it if you're not mentally okay. Please do not post. You can post awareness videos, but don't be that person that posts videos talking about how you want to harm yourself or anything like that, because with school moderators and stuff like that that monitor your content, it's not a safe idea, and I've known kids that have done it and they've gotten in serious problems. Please don't do that. Like, even if it's fake, don't. It's probably the most dumb decision you can make. I try to post positive content. I kind of vary it. Sometimes my content is very silly and it makes me cringe and I never watch it because it's so cringy. But it's because I want my content to be accessible to all ages and I want it to be appropriate for all ages. So, like, obviously some of my videos are not going to be appropriate for the younger age. Not like inappropriate, I mean like talking about something that is farther than that age level, but I always include, like, I say yes, it's made for kids or no in all my videos. I kind of moderate it, control my comment sections on some videos. But like I said, I've never really experienced mean comments before that girl. And plus, no one can be like, you're ugly, you're blah blah blah. No one can tell me who I am or what I am, especially online, because it's all coming out of jealousy and hate and anger and, you know, inside problems, you know, like inside of you. Like, I would much rather, like, when someone's mean to me, I'd much rather pray for them than be upset about it. Because God says that whenever you pray for somebody, balls of fire, it's like hurling balls of fire at their head. And that's basically saying praying for them is like the highest form of revenge. And it's not revenge, it's because they're being basically taken out of that and brought anew. And I just, that's what I do. I've had really mean girls that are like super mean to me, and I'm telling you, I prayed for them. They continue being mean to me, and eventually they stopped or they changed, and some of them apologized. Like, it's possible. Plus, I've never, like, when I was younger maybe, but now in high school, I've never let a girl or anybody be mean to me and then just deal with it or like accept it as like good behavior or okay. I've never done that. I've never thought it's okay. I call people out when they're in the wrong, for sure. Even when they're doing it to somebody else. There was this girl at my school. I won't do names, but there was a girl at my school. She made up a really harsh rumor about this little girl. And this girl was innocent. Found out she wasn't innocent, but I don't care. That's like the harshest but truthful way I can put it. Like, I don't care about anyone else's lives. I'm not here to spread your drama. I've had girls come up to me, don't tell anybody, but I need to share this with somebody, and I don't really know them. And I'm like, sure. Honestly, I'm probably gonna forget. I'm not the type of person to just tell your crap to everyone else, because. But I've never been in drama for spreading anything besides telling the truth. Like, not mean truth. Like, whenever this girl made this senior, she made a very harsh and rude rumor about a fellow student who was way younger. I felt so bad for this girl. And I was like, this is just straight up wrong. You know, I wouldn't say anything when she did it to me, but when she did it to this girl, I wasn't putting up with it. So I went up to her and I was like, hey, we're not doing that, okay? We're not doing that, honey. Not okay. Not okay to say that about somebody else. Nope, not okay. So I came up to her and I shut it down, right? And then she told me, well, I only told one of my friends. I can't believe she's telling everyone that I said that. Like, it wasn't supposed to get out. And I was like, the fact that you make it up in the first place, that's a you problem. The fact that someone else decided to tell me, hey, this girl's making a rumor about our fellow classmate and it's hurtful and it's rude, they're the one in the right. Because they're not spreading the rumor about that girl, they're choosing to stop it. And I'm just glad we stopped it at the root. So, you know, I confronted her about it. She tried to go up to the girl that she told, like, why would you tell Autumn? And I came back to her and I was like, hey, it doesn't matter that she told me. You shouldn't be mad at her for that. It's the fact that you said it. And I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to tell a bunch of people, because she was begging me to not tell everyone what she said, because it's not true. And I was like, girl, I'm not going to go around telling people what you said, but just know that it's not okay and you need to stop. And basically the rumor was something that is not possible in Texas. So I'm someone that's very educated about the topic, so I'm just very educated in general, and this girl is not. So she believes that this is allowed in Texas, so makes a rumor about it. And I thought it was very funny to see her face when I told her it's actually not allowed in Texas. And then she tried to tell me that she went somewhere else for that. And I said, you really believe that I think she left in the middle of the school year? This girl that has almost perfect attendance, which I would have known if she had left in the past, like, what, week? Where she was here every single day. She went across the United States for this. Make me believe that? Please? And then she tried to say that her mom is in the business and, like, knows about it. If your mom works in the business in Texas, how does she know that this girl went all the way to the north to get this done? So I thought that was dumb, really dumb. And it is possible a few states over, but then she literally tried to tell me that it was in like a northern state. And I was like, girl, she was here every single day of school. So tell me how that's possible. She teleported. I thought that was very funny. And also, it's not fully possible. Sometimes you do have to be born in that state, and it's not legal everywhere anymore. It's actually very legal now. And if you think you know what I'm talking about, you probably don't. So just don't assume, please. But anyways, I thought that was really dumb. This is highlighter, by the way. I'm using this bright light one. But I always think it's dumb when people start rumors about other people, because you're not helping anybody. You're just being rude and just causing stuff, and it's annoying. That rehearsal, everyone was upset about it, and everyone kept talking about it, and I kept telling them to just be quiet, like, because I thought it was very annoying that we would ruin a perfectly good end of our school year rehearsal for choir over some drama. Like, it was a waste of time. Nobody cares that much about, and I was like, you know what, I shut it down, so can we all just be quiet about it? And my friend, one of my closest friends in my class, was just agreeing with me on it, like, can we just not talk about it? The same thing happened at our actual choir show. During one of the songs, the senior was dancing and walked across to one of the freshmen, by the way, and cussed at her on stage in front of everybody, like, and she yelled it in the middle of rehearsal. And, like, everyone's on stage. It's not everyone. It's all the girls in choir on stage. All the boys were not. So everyone next to us heard it. I was flabbergasted. I was like, who is she talking to? Because I thought she was talking to me. I was like, girl, no way you're talking to me. So, but it actually ended up being one of the other girls, because one of the other girls had told her to be quiet, like, literally just be quiet, because we're singing and you're talking on stage. And we told her to be, I guess she told her to be quiet, and she was cussing at her and telling her to shut the F up and all this crap. And that was crazy. That was actually crazy. Like, actually insane. So, and then this was like rehearsal, sorry. The actual choir show, what happened then, okay, this is different. We had, like, during the show, this was rehearsal before the show. Now it's the actual show, right? So all of a sudden she's talking a bunch of smack about her, the senior, screaming behind when everyone's walking in, taking their seats. My whole family's coming. I'm so excited to go walk them all in. And my boyfriend's coming. I was so excited because I love him, and I was so excited that he wanted to be here for me. You know, I've never even had a boyfriend want to come to my basketball games. Like, I was so excited. And I was like, this girl is just ruining it for everybody because she wants to cause drama like she always does. So I just did my solo after that because I was like the first solo to go. And I just did my solo, and this girl, I go out, I change, everyone's like, good job, you sound amazing. I'm like, thank you. And then I go and change, I come back, and this girl's screaming backstage when there's people, a soloist actually performing. And I was like, why are we screaming? And she was like, you're not gonna tell me to shut up, to this girl. I was like, hey. And I walked to the front because I was like one of the girls that was like, I knew everyone in the class. Like, I was always talking to everyone and being nice. At the beginning of the year, I was rude because I had to wake up at 5 in the morning every single day and go to basketball and then deal with the choir kids. Okay, I did not like it. But the choir girls eventually calmed down, let's just say that. But anyways, I came back in and they're all like screaming, and I was just like, what is going on? I just did my solo. I was just trying to have a good concert at this point because my boyfriend's here, my whole family's here to see me. They're all crying. I just want to have a good day. Like, they're happy crying for my performance. And I was so excited. I've been looking forward to this concert forever. Can we just have a good day? So basically, so they're all like yelling, and I was like, what is going on? And instead of telling me or calmly explaining, she continues trying to yell at everybody. And the senior thinks she's the boss, like, a lot. So basically, I told her to shut up myself. And I just said, shut up, we're about to go on stage and you are raising your voice, it's not okay. I've tried to tell you several times, stop. She looked at me like she was gonna put her hands on me and was like, do not tell me to shut up. I was like flabbergasted. I was just straight up like, who are you? Like, talking to me like that. And then she tried to say that she could sing my solo for me. I had 2 solos. I was so excited to go on stage. I was like, girl, no. So I did my second solo and it was super fun. After, all the girls came up to me and were like jumping. They were so happy about it. Get the straightener. But basically, even during rehearsal, so this senior, she also wanted the same solo. She kind of tried to guilt trip me into not doing it because she wanted the solo and I'd already gotten one and she didn't get her solo chosen. So she was trying to guilt trip me into getting the same I one, which is a group performance. But I wasn't going to be there the second night, so she just got it for that. But she wanted the full solo. And then she tried to convince my choir teacher to just give me the end of the solo. I was like, what is wrong with you? But I got the full solo. That was dumb. That was really dumb. And hurtful. But she was very spoiled. She thought she got her way all the time. And she needed a lot of praying. I'll give her that. She was very off track, off the Lord for sure. But before, basically, we were practicing and I accidentally sang the same part twice. But that was because I was focusing on the girls behind me and their singing because they were messing up and they were dancing. Some of them weren't dancing and I was very confused. So she came up to me after and asked me if she just wanted me to do it. I mean, if I just wanted her to sing it for me. I was like, girl, no, I do not want you to sing it for me. And I was flabbergasted. I was like, how are you gonna ask me that? Like, how are you gonna ask me to sing it? Like, what? But I was just glad at the end of the year when I didn't have to deal with this girl anymore. But she was crazy. She was 16, but she was a senior. And she, saw me and my boyfriend in the cafeteria one time, and she smiled and waved at him, and he does not know this girl. And I was like, because he told me, and I was like, what is wrong with her? That's actually crazy. Because I've never had somebody do that before. Like, I've had people come up to someone I was with, like ask them if they have a girlfriend. But I've never had somebody look straight at me and my boyfriend hanging out together and try to wave at him when I'm not looking. Like, what? And she has, I'm not gonna go around spreading her business, but people loved to spread her business around because her business was a little chaotic. She always had a new man or woman. She's always cheating, always having a pregnancy scare or faking it for attention. She was always making up drama about herself for attention. It was very awful and weird. And not someone I want to be friends with for sure. Like, I did not want to be associated with somebody like that. But I never, like, judged her. I was like, you know, you do you. Like, your behavior is your behavior. It's not mine. So, I'm not your mama. I'm not gonna go cry about it. And also, our choir show, I forgot about this. What she would say the whole time is, I'm gonna go talk to your mama if you want to talk to me like that. Like, she was trying to act like she was our mom. And she was like, oh, yeah, she wants to tell me to shut up. Yeah, I'm gonna go tell her mom. And I was waiting for her to say it to me. I'm the only girl she wouldn't mess with. But if she had said that to me, I'd have been like, you know what, you can go and have a conversation with my mom. Like, what? Go ahead. And my whole family will actually, like, crash out on you. But at one point, I actually almost left choir because of her. Because of the rumors and, like, how she was acting towards me. And he actually said he'd rather kick her out than have me leave. So he said, if you stay, I can kick her out, or you can stay and try to survive with her. So I did. But every time she tried to even sit by me or talk to me or say something when I was trying to, or say something when I was trying to talk or interrupt me, he would tell her to stop. Like, because she would try to be rude or, like, boss me around, and he would tell her to stop because he would notice, like, her way of acting in the class. Because there was a point when she was pretty rude to me, but I was also very quiet, so she thought she could kind of push me around. But I just didn't really care. It was like 7 a.m. Who is actually causing drama at 7 in the morning? Like, please. Like, at that point, I just wanted to get through the day. But whenever I made a bunch of friends in that class, it was a lot better. But it was hard because at the beginning of the year, everyone was talking crap about me. Because I came out of basketball and I was all sweaty, so I'd go to the bathroom for like 20 minutes. But this was when I was very, very sick. And I was going through a lot emotionally. I would go to the bathroom and puke for like 30 minutes. Like, I was there the whole period just vomiting. And girls would see me run to the trash can in that period. And I would tell the teacher, so it wasn't any of their business, really. And I understand, like, they want to go to the bathroom too. Usually, if I was about to throw up, I would leave the pass so they could go. Because I wasn't going to, like, do that. And I didn't want to ask for too many medical passes, but I would sometimes get a medical pass. Like, I would puke and then I'd run back and ask for a medical pass to go back to the bathroom because I didn't want to hold anyone. But I would usually leave the pass so girls could go. And I was being nice. Like, I didn't want to hold the bathroom pass because I was throwing up. And a girl would come out with the pass and she would give me glares while she was walking with it. Like, girl, I wasn't holding up the line. Like, you could go. Like, I left the pass on purpose. I'm risking getting in trouble just because I don't want to be mean, like, and hold that pass. And also, I told most of the girls in that class, usually, that I was puking or that I was having medical problems because I didn't want them to be, like, rude or hate me. But I was going through an emotional time of my life. It was very hard. I wasn't eating, and when I ate, my stomach would not hold it. And I always had to eat before basketball, so whenever I played basketball, oh my gosh, it was so bad. And then literally fresh out of basketball, I'd go to choir, the puking would just, like, start. And I remember some girl heard me one time and actually thought I was forcing it, and I was like, oh no. No. But yeah, every time I'm going through, like, a phase or, like, something emotionally, I always throw up. I don't know if anyone has that, but Is it straight? But, when I was in 8th grade or 7th grade, I was going swimming emotionally and I was throwing up so much at school. Every time I ate lunch, I would throw up. And I remember thinking it was school lunch when it first happened. But I would always get so nauseous and sick. But it's always whenever I'm going through something mentally, because whenever I'm hiding something or holding something in, I could get nauseous. That's why if I'm like, it's kind of weird, I don't know. But no, one time I had several mental breakdowns literally in the middle of practice in basketball. Like, I would just randomly just cry. I remember a girl asked me if I was okay, and then while I was explaining, she walked away. I was like, oh, okay. So, those girls were kind of mean though. Like, a lot of them were very mean. And that's why we did polls, and I was always like kind of put as like the quiet person, because I didn't really talk a lot in the very beginning of practice. I was very quiet. But by the end of the season, I had a lot of friends in basketball and we got close. But at the beginning, I didn't really talk to them because it was 5 in the morning, guys. Like, can you blame me? It's 5 in the morning. Who is making friends at 5 in the morning? Not me. Not me, you guys. But, you know, I was running that Falcon Mile at 5 in the morning, and those girls got mad at me for that. Y'all, I like ran the Falcon Mile one time, but I remember I was so mad that day. And I had like so much adrenaline. Probably the best one I've ever done too. And I got a falcon feather for that, which, if you don't know what that is, like a award from a teacher. But I'm about to make a cake for my boyfriend's birthday, which I'm excited for. If I talk about that a little bit, but oh my god, it burned. It's definitely hot now. But me and his mom are really like close. Like, she really likes me, which I like. I really like that because a lot of the girls I know, they're with somebody. Like, with someone they've been with a long time, not just someone short. But this girl, she's been with her boyfriend for like 2 years. And his mom is so mean to her for like no reason. And it's not because like it's a young relationship, they just want to be mean. But it's like a jealousy thing for a lot of moms. It's kind of awkward and weird. But also, my parents are a lot stricter about me and my boyfriend hanging out. Like, not my mom's, but my dad's. Like, I'm never alone with my boyfriend. I don't need to be alone with my boyfriend. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, I'll be cuddling with him on the couch and my dad will like crash out on me. I think that's kind of funny, but at my mom's, I cuddle with him and they don't care. They're not even, we'll be on the couch and living with my siblings, and then they'll be usually in the garage because that's where my parents like to stay, to like drink and like just hang out. When I go to his house, we usually go swimming with his brothers or hang out with his brothers in the living room. When we go swimming, his little brothers, Bree or his mom's always with us, so it's fun. But it's not really like they have to be with us all the time because it's an open pool. There's always people there, but because it's summertime. But you know, they come with us and swim, so it's fun. But usually she'll make dinner, and I love her dinner. It's really, really good. It's like not what I'm used to either, so it's really good. And also, I don't eat potatoes because they make me throw up. And they make me extremely sick. And the last time I did a baked potato, like, I was at camp and I puked everywhere because I ate a whole baked potato. And I'm telling you, if a potato is like slightly not cooked enough, I'll puke. And it's actually a chemical in potatoes, raw potato, that makes you some people's sensitive stomachs can get nauseous from. But also for me, my grandma used to make me potatoes. And then when she passed away, it made me extremely nauseous to eat, and I'd have like a breakdown. Like I just couldn't do it. Like mashed potatoes or baked potatoes, I couldn't do it because it reminded me of my grandma or my grandpa, my great grandpa or great grandma, and I couldn't eat it. And then along with that, like a French fries is fine because they didn't give me that, but no, anything raw, like raw potato, I couldn't do it. Or like too raw. But usually what makes me puke is not an actual thing, it's more of a feeling. If that makes sense. But as for his mom, she made a baked potato. She made 2 little baked potatoes, and they were really cooked. They were good. I ate them both. I didn't eat the whole second one, but they were good. Like, I liked them. My stomach was pretty upset after, but I didn't say anything, obviously, because like it was good. It wasn't anything wrong with her or anything, but they're a hard food to eat if you don't eat them, if that makes sense. Like, if you don't eat them a lot, it's a hard food to eat. Like, and I actually got explained, someone actually explained it to me, like an adult, like explained to me the chemical in it. I do not remember what it was called and how it actually can upset your stomach and this and that. But, you know, rotten potatoes can make you hallucinate. I thought that was funny. But she made mashed potatoes last time I went, and I ate it. Not a lot of it though. They were good, but I'm not used to it, so my body was kind of like, what is this? Because it's like whenever adults try to eat applesauce, you know, like they just think it's revolting. It's like for me, like I tried to eat those mashed potatoes, I was like, girl, I haven't eaten these in like 5 years. I was not happy with my stomach that day. But that's the hair. But like I said, his birthday's tomorrow, so we're gonna surprise him with presents and a cake. So bye guys, I hope you enjoyed this kind of chat and vlog.